That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over this Gerrod and Olivia, y'all. Oh boy. All right. Y'all see the title. Ooh, okay, y'all. So apparently there's a lot going on from the last time we was on here. So let's get caught up a little bit. Y'all know I took yesterday off, and child, ish was hitting the fan yesterday. And I'm trying to get caught up on Liv and everything that's going on. So there's a lot that has came out. So we're going to get into it. So the last time we was on here, we were all trying to figure out if it was true, if Gerard and Olivia had actually cheated. All right, Allie. Yep. Thank you, sis. And a lot of you guys was like, I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe it. I wouldn't believe it. I need proof. I needed receipts. I need to, you know, a lot of you guys were just like, oh no, if he would never. Well, apparently he has. Okay, y'all. Yeah, girl. Apparently Gerard and Olivia have been tiptoeing in the tulips for quite some time. Apparently it's been since around February, and that they have been tiptoeing over in the tulips, okay? And you know what's so funny? We talked about this, and you know, a lot of you guys did not want to believe or could not believe after the disdain that Gerard has showed Olivia on the internet and off the internet, things that Olivia has came on here and told us, things that Gerard has came on here and showed us and told us that he would never be with the likes of Olivia. Well, they did. And you're right, Two-Piece, and the children knew. So, you know, the other day when we were trying to contemplate, well, how would Olivia know that Antonisha's not in the house? Unless Gerard's telling her this. Well, apparently, you know, the kids has been telling their mama what the tea is, you know. Because, you know, here's the thing, y'all. Unfortunately, I'm not even going to say unfortunately. The truth is that those kids are always going to have an allegiance to their mom. I'm not saying that they don't like to Antonisha. I'm not saying they don't love Antonisha. But at the end of the day, they're always going to have an allegiance to the woman that birthed them, which is your mother. You know, because technically, Olivia, although the courts deemed her not to be responsible or eligible enough to have custody of the children, and they felt like Gerard was the better parent, Olivia didn't like leave them home alone for days on end. Y'all know that story we seen a few months back, the woman who left her kids alone for months. I think she was in Michigan, left her kids, not months, it was years, left her kids home alone for years. She wasn't doing that, okay? She wasn't doing that. It wasn't like she was over there starving the kids, beating them. And she wasn't doing any of that. She just proved to have some bouts of being unfit. And obviously, as we all know now, that there's some things that the court wanted her to comply with that she didn't comply. So they had a walk. And so they just, the courts decided to give Gerard custody. But at the end of the day, those kids don't hate that lady, right? They love their mama. And what I've always said is those kids were always caught in the middle. It was like a game of tug of war, in my opinion, between Olivia and Gerard. Those poor children were caught in the middle, being pushed, pulled back and forth. And, I'm going to use Hannah and Philip's situation in somewhat of a similarity, in my opinion, of the Gerard and Tanisha situation. A few of you ladies would say Tanisha is a good one because I would never, right? And a lot of you guys were like, Tanisha is a good one because she doesn't have to. The fact that she, stood up and stood up and came in and helped Gerard with the children and everything of that nature, right? And we said like how Hannah was stupid, how she's over there helping Philip with all the kids, and it seems like Jasmine's using them, or using her, her kindness and taking her kindness as a weakness. But yet Hannah's, there are women out there like that, right? And my personal opinion is obviously the reason why Tanisha was so willing to help Gerard with the children is because obviously she loved him. So it's a package deal. Anything that has to do with him, she automatically accepted it, coming into the situation, accepting a man with a ready-made family, has 3 children. A lot of you women have experienced that too. You guys had children from previous relationships, and you end up meeting a man, and the man came in and he was obviously good to you, good to the children. You end up marrying them, or y'all been in a relationship for years and years and years, and everything works, and he accepted the fact that you had children outside, before y'all relationship, right? But at the end of the day, there's you have to do. We learn, y'all. People are people, right? We cannot predict how people are going to react, and you always. It's hard at times because you want to do the right thing when you call yourself loving somebody, but at the end of the day, you need to always protect your peace, right? And this all ridiculous. The kids even had to be in a mess like this, just keeping drama going and going. Well, I've said, so let me tell y'all. So there's video clip, or not video clip. There's a picture of a man sitting on a couch. Olivia sitting on the couch with her leg wrapped around a man. You can't. The picture's kind of grainy. You can't really see the man, but it's alleged that it's Gerard. There's text messages, and it's also been said by Tanisha that she's been out of the home since February. So apparently Gerard and Tanisha have been separated since February because they've had some situations in their marriage. And y'all know their marriage is not they haven't been married very long, okay? So Olivia did a live today that we're going to take a look at, where a caller called in and basically checked Olivia very respectfully about how Olivia has been displaying this most recent information that she has brought to the internet. And unfortunately for Olivia, she really thought she did her big one. And for a lot of us women, it still didn't work out the way Olivia, I would just assume, wanted it to work out, because now women are feeling like, sis, you played yourself. Do you guys remember? Yeah, Nisha, do you guys remember the other day when we were live and I told you guys I couldn't imagine Olivia even entertaining the thought of sleeping with Gerard again after all they've been through? Do you guys remember that? Yeah, we know they just went on vacation, sis, but I think that vacation was them trying to work their marriage out. I believe that's what, people do that. People get, people separate and they try to do things to, to bring the romance back in their relationship. At the end of the day, let me explain something to you guys. I am not a fixture in Gerard's and them living room. A lot of this information is obviously you guys gossip from the internet, right? So it is what it is, okay? But people do stuff like that. Hey, Too Real. You said that's why Olivia went on that weight loss. She was hoping Gerard would come back to her. She thinks her cookie was so special, but everybody likes a free cookie every now and then. Yeah, remember what we discussed the other day? Maybe some of you guys don't remember. I said to you guys, I couldn't imagine Olivia even double backing with Gerard for the simple fact how this man has done her and how she has done him as well on the internet. Remember, I said that to y'all. I said, Olivia, how did your ussy even get wet for a man who took the kids away from you, knowing how much she loves her kids and how invested she claims she is in her children? I'm not going to minimize the fact that she loves her children. I believe Olivia does love her children. And not only that, the way this man has came on the internet and humiliated you, it's not like, you know, a lot of times Gerard coming to the internet was in the wake of him responding to something she did or said, but it's the fact that he thought it was a good idea to come to the internet. Because y'all got to remember, Gerard wasn't an internet person. We know Gerard because Olivia had the channel and he was on her channel. But prior to Gerard and Olivia breaking up, Gerard didn't have an Instagram. He didn't have any of that, right? All of that came about, in my opinion, once him and Olivia separated and he got with Antonisha, because obviously Antonisha had an Instagram. Other men, all of that. You said, so Gerard and a bunch of other men, all of that same time. Yeah, Simone, y'all act like that's not possible. Yeah. And so it's not even, right, Anisha, it's not even the fact that Olivia is getting back. Because what did you accomplish from this? Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying Olivia was hoping that Gerard would leave Antonisha and they would run off into the sunset together. I think Olivia probably knew that wasn't going to happen. I believe a lot of why Olivia slept with Gerard is, for one, she's been craving that peen. Let's be honest. She's been craving that peen. Okay? Number two, she still loves that man. Because you're not going to sleep with a person that you do not, unless you're a prostitute, that you do not have any type of emotional ties to, right? Unless you're a thought or prostitute, most women, if they sleep with a man, typically they got some type of emotional ties with him, right? They're attracted to him or whatever the situation is. But I really feel like a lot of what Olivia did, on top of her wanting to get back Antonisha, she wanted Antonisha to feel the same pain that she felt, is Olivia had a point to prove to the internet. Imagine using your ussy to prove a point to the internet. No, really, think about what I just said. Imagine using your ussy so you can prove a point to the damn internet. Like, who the hell is the internet? Like, at the end of the day, Olivia, if she even remotely tried to heal from the emotional scars of her and Gerard no longer being together, sis just set herself back about 8 years by doing that. See, this is why people need to stop living for the damn internet. Baby, the internet will get you caught up every freaking time. Every freaking time. Every freaking time. You said this is just the nature of their relationship. Gerard was with her when she was big, when they cheated on each other. Why wouldn't he be with her now? Gerard is not a great guy, never has been. Like I said, Too Real, Gerard is a man. But see, the internet, y'all got mad at me when I said, at the end of the day, Gerard is a man. And I'm not going to sit up here and profess I know how that man's penis works. I mean, obviously, now it's been proven that he definitely will double back. Because if he loved Olivia at her biggest, Y'all don't think, let me say this. Let me change that. If he wasn't attracted to Olivia at her biggest, y'all don't think that man would have been attracted to her where she has lost a considerable amount of weight? Of course he would be. Olivia, but Liv chose to sleep with him, right, Royal Gala? Olivia definitely did choose to sleep with him, but Gerard didn't have to choose to sleep back with her. He basically did the same thing he did to Olivia, he did to Antonisha. Let's be honest, y'all. Gerard is selfish. He don't care about nobody but him. Because guess who feelings ain't hurt? His. You know how his feelings ain't hurt? Because think about it. If he really was wanting to protect Antonisha, it's nothing. Olivia could have came and walked in front of him asshole naked. And if he really had the love for Antonisha that he should have for her, Olivia couldn't tempt him in no way. That right there, I don't care if they're separated or not. Because if you think about it, when Gerard and Antonisha got back together, after him and Olivia separated, soon after him and Olivia got married, yeah, he got with Antonisha. Him and Olivia were, quote unquote, separated, but legally they were still married. So in a sense, he did the same thing to Olivia that he did to Antonisha, which obviously y'all proves that man don't care about nobody but him. Guess what? Y'all think Gerard ain't gonna be able to go to work tomorrow? Do y'all think Gerard is so emotionally effed up that he's not gonna be able to go to work tomorrow? Is Gerard on the internet somewhere crying? Nah, that man's somewhere sitting with probably some Crown Royal or a Budweiser up to his lips. Yeah, he chilling. He good. See, that's why women, we got to learn how to protect our peace. And it's hard, baby, because when you love a man, you love him with everything you can love him with. You try to love that ninja down, sis. Because as women, we are emotional creatures. So we're nurturers. We are put on this earth to love, care, and protect. Men are put on this earth to do the same, but they don't all the time. Yeah. So now that's why this should be a very good lesson to all of y'all. You cannot get emotionally invested in people that you do not know personally. It's not even, you got, even if you know somebody personally, you got to be careful getting emotionally involved with people you know personally. Because at the end of the day, y'all, we are all made of flesh, and flesh is easily to be tempted. It's just that simple. Right, Michelle, you said separation isn't a divorce. When I just heard he was with Antonisha, I've been said she should have left him alone until he got his divorce. Let him go through that process on his own, honey. Yes, we're gonna talk to it, but we're gonna watch that Black Auntie here in just a minute. Won't even lose a wink of sleep. Men can be ruthless. Baby, women can be ruthless too, but men, yeah, they definitely could. And I used to always say this when you would see two women out there fighting over a man. I never understood that either. I said, girl, you out there fighting and tussling and fussing with this woman about this man. And at the end of the day, it can come to neither one of y'all gonna have him. Because he gonna look at y'all like, ooh. Trust me, when Gerard was and I hate that we even talking about Olivia's ussy. Like, think about it, y'all. Why should we be talking about her bedroom business? Regardless if she was sleeping with Gerard or somebody else. Why is Olivia's bedroom business the business of the internet? You know why? Because she wouldn't have it no other way. Olivia wants the internet so bad to lift her up on some type of chariot and take her through the crowd, when what Olivia just did, it just proves, sis, your behavior with that man was inappropriate. Like, at the end of the day, you let a sleeping dog lie, sis. When you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. I know, Black and Bougie, that he recorded something. So, but this is the part I don't understand. If her and Gerard have been tiptoeing in the tulips allegedly since around February, it's May. Why is she just not saying something? Do y'all think the trip to the Bahamas or wherever Gerard and Antonisha went, do y'all think that triggered Olivia, that made her jealous, made her envious? And that is what, not also including that Antonisha called her the maid? Because I'm just going to assume Antonisha was oblivious to the fact, obviously, that Gerard and Olivia were tiptoeing in the tulips. Virgo Diva said it's true. But it's, you know what, Virgo Diva? We can literally put a video of Gerard and Olivia in the act on the internet, and there's still going to be some people that are not going to believe it. Because they hate Olivia so much. They don't want to, and I'm not saying the woman's not a liar. I'm not saying that she has definitely lied about some things and fabricated some things. She definitely has done that. But the internet hates this lady so much, they don't want to believe nothing she said. The babysitter comment pissed her off. Yeah, exactly. I know it did. And she probably thinking, oh, Antonisha ain't in the house, you and her beefing, y'all having some issues. Well, how the hell y'all end up on the island? Well, sis, I mean, and see, that's another thing. Gerard and Antonisha beefing, right? But they end up going out the country. Olivia, you and Gerard were beefing when you were married, and he left you in Florida and went back to Texas. Like, he didn't give you the treatment he gave Antonisha. He took her on vacation, sis, trying to get things right. She even asked Gerard, okay, Yvonne, but do you notice how Olivia didn't get the same? She did. Gerard never took Olivia out the country so they could work on their marriage. Gerard was like, you know what? Deuces, left her and them kids in Florida and flew his ass back to, not flew, he drove back to Texas in her mama's truck, drove her his ass back to Texas and left Olivia there to figure it out. You said, I wonder how long she would have kept the secret had Nisha not pissed her off. I think she would have kept that secret a little long because Olivia liked the fact that she had access to Gerard. She liked the fact that she was able to get whatever type of access she can get. Baby, when I tell you a ninja ain't ish, baby, a ninja ain't ish. You said Robin told Olivia to stop messing with her dad. Ooh, really? Hold on. Tia Marnisha sitting over there in a brand new home, driving a fine car, going out on the country on vacation. Olivia sitting over there flexing about sleeping with her ex. Make that make sense. Exactly, sis. That's what I'm saying. Like, Olivia wants to show the internet. See, I was able to sleep with Gerard. Olivia has always wanted to one-up the internet. When at the end of the day, sis, you still left with nothing but a wet ass. Like, you didn't get anything out of that. Apparently, Gerard didn't block her. She can't even contact him now. You went from rolling in the bed with the man to getting blocked. Because Gerard has always told Olivia, why you got to tell the internet all your damn business? Now, he especially didn't want the internet to know this. So, y'all, let's get into the caller that called. Olivia did a 3-hour live stream today, and there was a caller that called in. Thank you guys for letting me know this. Cussed her out and then blocked her. Exactly. Because that right there, and you know what, Olivia's trying to make like she wasn't trying to get back with Gerard. She wasn't trying. Since you was trying to do something. Because again, I'm going to say this one more time. There is no way possible, in my opinion, okay, that I could have even got wet for Gerard, considering everything that's happened moving up to today. I think I remember saying one time, considering all that him and her been through, and don't get me wrong, her and Gerard have been through a lot, but majority of what they've been through was she cheating on him, he cheating on her. Like that was their little routine. But as far as the dragging on the internet, him dragging her, she dragging him, that was recent. That was new. That was in the last few years. But back before Olivia got on the internet, it was just she cheated on him. She ran to California. He cheated on her. He run to California, get her, bring her back. And, you know, it was that back and forth thing like that. So, you know, I don't know. It's Olivia. It's to me like Olivia says, you still ain't won anything. Like it what other than showing Antonisha that you can still sleep with Gerard. Okay, sis, but what did you get out of that? Was it the satisfaction of knowing that you proved a point to the internet and to Antonisha? Is that all you needed to do? Like, I'm confused. Yeah, she has been saying it, but you know, a lot of us wasn't paying attention to her. Because when 2820, when Olivia had been running around saying that's her D, we all was just like, this girl crazy. Because although we felt like, you know, a lot of us felt like, nah, Gerard seems to be happy over there. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. You never know what's going on in people's homes. That's why the people tell you, don't idolize these relationships that you see on the internet, because everything that glitter ain't gold. All she got was a wet peach over there. That's it. Ain't no prize to win, LOL. Ain't nobody getting what they want but him. Exactly, Janae. That exactly, sis. The only person that's getting anything out of this is him. Because let's be honest, even if Gerard don't F with Olivia anymore, even if Gerard don't F with Antonisha anymore, guess what? Gerard can F with yet another woman. It don't have to be Antonisha or her. It could be any other woman. And let's be honest, if he was over there tiptoeing with Olivia, who else was he tiptoeing with? Because, honey, I'm just going to assume you didn't stop with Olivia. Who else was you tiptoeing with? Yeah, 2820, we all thought this girl was nuts. You believe Nisha pays for the trips? I want to know, did he have the sense enough to use a condom with Olivia? Because if he did, Antonisha, girl, you better go get yourself checked, ma'am. Because, honey, if he was over there tiptoeing with Olivia, can you imagine who else he could have been tiptoeing with? So y'all say Nisha not paying for the trip, she not working? Sheikah said, I just can't really believe Gerard would go back after all that. What did he go back to, Sheikah? Sheikah, think about what you're saying, sis. How many times have y'all got into it with y'all ninja? Y'all done cussed each other out, drug each other, maybe not on internet, but y'all drug each other in text messages and things of that nature, and y'all end up sleeping with each other later on. How many of y'all have been through that? You and your man, they cussed each other out. You done found out he cheated. A lot of y'all have went back to y'all man after he cheated. So why do y'all feel like Gerard in this situation with him and Olivia couldn't be possible? I don't understand that. Because maybe some of y'all haven't experienced it, but there are some that have. Yeah, of course he ate the cat. Sheikah? It ain't like that was brand new for him. What you say, Anisha, girl? A man that took my kids couldn't dare get my honey. She laid down with that man and didn't demand to drop. Didn't that demand that dropped that child support and gave me 50-50 custody? Liv is the biggest fool. But here's the thing, y'all. Why do y'all expect for Olivia to have discretion with Gerard when she did the same thing with Zolo? And she was with Zolo for 3 months. That man got on this internet and dragged that girl from the front door to the back door. Then went and enlisted other men who had never even smelt Olivia's armpit and had them men on here saying how horrible Olivia's cat smelled. And them men had never even touched Olivia. And she turned around and had a baby with Zolo. So if she let Zolo get away with it, then obviously if she let Zolo get away with it, then obviously she would let any other man get away with it, especially Gerard. That was her ex-husband, first baby daddy, and the father of her first 3 kids. You say it's low self-esteem, baby. It's something. It's something. That doesn't matter. He left Nisha and married Liv. Obviously, marriage means nothing to Gerard, but them were the side B at one time. Of course, marriage doesn't mean nothing to Gerard because he married Olivia after leaving Antonisha. Him and Olivia got married December 31st of 2019. He came back to Florida. He went to Florida around October or November of 2019. Y'all don't think the day before he left for Florida, 2 days before he left for Florida, a week before he left for Florida, he hadn't slept with Antonisha before he went and crawled into bed with Olivia? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, at this point, obviously, it seems like neither one of them. And so that's why I was never team Gerard. I wasn't team Antonisha. I wasn't team Olivia, baby. I was team, let's just talk about it. Let's just have a conversation. Now, I definitely, because I know Olivia more because I watch her. I don't know Antonisha. So I really don't have a lot of conversation for her because Antonisha hasn't came on the internet and poured her heart out like Olivia has over all these years. So, of course, some of my conversation, obviously my conversation will be more geared towards Olivia because I'm more affiliated with her. But I was never team anybody. Now, I appreciate the fact that Gerard's a good dad, but let's be honest, y'all, he don't need a pat on the back for that. That's what he's supposed to be, a good father. Just like we're supposed to be good mothers. Isn't it funny that it was Gerard that doubled back? I would have sworn that Zolo would have doubled back before Gerard ever would, and the irony of them humping in front of Zolo Jr. Oh, man. Especially after Zolo reached out to Gerard to help him destroy Olivia, and then Gerard doubled back and slept with Olivia anyway. Yeah, but you know what? I could see Olivia not necessarily double backing with Zolo because I'm going to tell you something about Zolo. Zolo appreciates Donna's dirty draws for delivering him from evil, okay? He appreciates Donna. And Zolo is maybe, you know, as weird as he may be, he probably knows that Olivia ain't really nothing he needs to, like he knows that whatever he has with Donna, Olivia is not worth him messing up what he has with Donna. He has stability with Donna. He knows with Olivia, he's not going to get that. So Zolo might be the smartest one and be like, nah, I ain't going to mess up my happy home for this woman who can't stay off the internet telling all her damn business. Zolo said, I would never. Zolo said the last time I was over there, she tried to drown me with bleach. Her and her mama ganged me. Yeah, Zolo said, oh, I would never. Nah. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. Let's get into Olivia and this caller. Okay. Is Zolo married? I don't know, sis. They say he is, but I don't know for sure. I haven't seen any paperwork. I don't know. Okay, let's get into it.
Fuck, I look like being married to a nigga who wants a whore on the side when there's niggas out there that will treat their woman like gold and precious diamonds. Fuck, I look like. Please pick me. Please marry me.
You said, what the heck would you look like marrying a ninja to like the whore on the side? Well, sis, aren't you the one he was whoring with? So are you calling yourself a whore? Because let's be honest, sis, you really don't have no stake or no claim to that ping anymore. Once you was divorced him and he went on to somebody else and married her, yes, sis, you didn't have no more claim to that ping over there. Okay, girl.
Girl, fuck out of here. No. Mm-mm. Oh, Ari, you want to join, baby? I got to see your face. I can't see your face. Oh, okay. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. It's up to you. Hi.
Hi. My only question is like, who wins in all of this?
Nobody.
That's my only question, because I feel like, as a woman, I've watched you for a while. I'm kind of to see you do this, because now it feels like the person who won is Gerard. It's like he put you in her place, her old place, which was side chick. He put her in your place, which is wife. They're over there with the kids. And it's like you gave him his power back. You gave him his power back, because it's like once you let him in, it's like he still gets to go home to his wife and your kids. You know what I mean? And like you said, she's not leaving. So it's like while you upset or she's upset or whatever, and y'all going back and forth, this nigga then got y'all swapping places back and forth. Side chick, wife, side chick, wife. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like.
Let me tell you something real quick, Ari. When you know how a man truly feels and a man's true nature, he didn't win shit. He doesn't want to be locked down like a prisoner against his will. So no, he didn't win shit. He won some more time locked down as a prisoner until he breaks out again. But no, he did not win shit. I didn't. I won because nigga, I got you, and bitch, I told you so. But her, she didn't win shit. But yeah, I mean, there's no like winners. I'm not saying I'm the winner, I win. No, none of that. But I had a point to prove, and my point's been proven. But
and that's all I'm trying to say. Olivia had a point to prove to two people. One, Antonisha, and two, the internet. Again, imagine auctioning off your ussy to the internet. Like, I'm just really trying to wrap my head around what she just said. She said she had a point to prove. So you had to use your ussy to prove it? But sis, what was the point? That you could sleep with him? But like you just said, he's not the prize. So what point did you prove? Other than the man, quote unquote, slutted you out. You sleeping with a man that got you on probation. Girl, you on probation for child support. He's never been on probation for child support. That ninja had so much money, he had an attorney in 2 different states. One in Florida and one in Texas. You couldn't get one in one state. Like, girl. And this is what people been saying about Olivia all this time. Sis, you slow. Because a real sis wouldn't have let that ninja. Honey, that ninja, let me tell you something. How he would have got that ussy, even if I wanted to give it to him. Ninja, you need to take me somewhere. You ain't never took me nowhere. Take me somewhere. And then I'll think about giving you this good tail. I don't know if it's good or not. Anyway, y'all. And then I think about giving you this good tail. It's the fact that, girl, and then he didn't even have the decency to put you in a hotel, girl. He laid you down. I pray y'all not still laying on them same pink sheets, Livy. God, dog, did the man at least give you some money to go get some more sheets, girl? Oh, Lord. Y'all, is they still over there on the pink sheets? Oh, Lord.
tell you something. That nigga doesn't want to be locked down to anybody.
But I'm saying, of course he's gonna tell you that because he wanted to get.
No. But Ari, I seen it. I seen it from my own eyes.
But Liv, he married her just like he came to Florida and married you.
What
He
does that
married
mean?
that girl.
Some men do not.
But
value
why? He didn't have to marry her. She was staying regardless. This is what I'm saying. When 2020 happened, when he didn't have to marry her. Why did he marry her?
Baby, do you think these types of men value marriage? Is that what you're thinking in your head?
No, that's my exact point. He doesn't. So why did he?
So why did you marry Gerard, sis? Again, you married Gerard to prove a point to the internet and to Antonisha. Everything goes back to Antonisha and the internet. And let's be honest. The internet nor Antonisha don't give two F's. You married Gerard to prove a point to the internet and to Antonisha. And obviously that backfired because the marriage didn't last 12 months. And now you auction your ussy off to the lowest bidder, which is Gerard, because he didn't have to really do too much of anything to get it. It's the fact that you let that man lay you down in your bed. The man couldn't even take you to a hotel. I remember the other day, y'all remember a few weeks ago when we reacted on Olivia said she had a date with a guy, and the reason why she didn't go on the date because the guy didn't offer to buy her or to pay for her a babysitter. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember she said that she wouldn't go with the guy because the guy didn't offer to pay for her a babysitter. Well, did Gerard offer to pay for you a babysitter? Nah, girl. He didn't care if the kids was up or not. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not trying to act like I ain't never been no damn fool for no man. Oh, sis can talk about it, can write a book about it. That's why I can say what I'm saying. Now, it's okay to play a fool, but you don't need to play a continuous fool. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, Olivia already know what she's dealing with. She know Gerard. Like, she know Gerard better than Antonisha because she done had him longer. Let's be honest. He rocked Ajax to sleep. Child. Anything not to pay for no babysitter.
Do it.
To shut her the fuck up and to keep her.
Who would get in a contract marriage again to shut somebody up? You don't think that
him? He's that stupid. What do you mean? Who would do that? He would do that.
So if you know that, why would you even let him back in?
Because I wanted some dick, and because I wanted to show you everybody what he was capable of.
So you proved it to the internet? To the
and
internet?
To him and to the bitch first. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, listen how childish this is. Baby, when I tell you Stella did not show this girl how to be a woman, and I'm just going to assume, because Stella probably ain't, I mean, obviously she's a woman. She birthed Olivia and Ray Care. Listen to how she sounds. She said she had to prove a point to the internet, as if we was in the room with them. Had Tanisha not called you the babysitter, sis, when was we going to find out about the point that was needed to be proven? Yeah.
I sure did.
I don't know. I think it's, I just hate that you did that, because it's like he made y'all swap places. Like, now you the side chick and she the wife.
I'm not the side chick, baby, but I did.
Well, you kind of were, though. I mean, you said y'all were doing it for 5 months, and you knew he had a wife.
Okay.
That's not a side. That's not what a side chick is.
Am I supposed to feel bad for being a side chick? You bitches.
No, I'm just saying. No, that's not what I said.
I don't
I'm
feel
just
bad
saying
at all.
that.
Especially to a nigga like him, I would rather be the side chick, yes, than the wife. I don't want to.
But what I'm saying is, when you came on here, it was like side chick. She's desperate. All these things. It's like now you became her.
No, honey, because I didn't have, like I said yesterday in my live, I didn't have the intentions of, ooh, I'm the side chick, but I'm gonna get wifed. No, I had the intentions of, ooh, I'm the side chick. I'm gonna fuck your husband and show it to the world to put you back in your place.
But where did that get you? Now he's gonna try to take you back to court. Now he's gonna do all this stuff. It's like
I
that wasn't.
I don't care. Let him do his big one. Let him do it.
But was that worth it? Like losing?
Yes, it was very worth it, because you're not gonna get on this internet, Olivia Johnson's internet, and ever disrespect me, ever. So yes, it was very worth it to me. Yes, it was.
But sis, did she really disrespect you? Because in a sense, now that we know what we know, sis, you damn near did appear to be the babysitter. You was watching the kids while the man that you had probably just slept with a week before they went on this trip had went out of the country with his wife, while you was sitting home with the kids. I mean, if you think about it, Olivia, it's yes, sis, it kind of does get babysitter. But I'm gonna say this. But see, this is why Antonisha shouldn't have did what she have done to the internet. Okay, because y'all, we gotta pull her in too, right? See, this is why Antonisha probably shouldn't have posted the whole babysitter comment, because it unearthed all this. And I don't know if Antonisha knew this or suspected this or whatever the situation is, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know about y'all, but not too many people, because again, Antonisha doesn't do the internet for a living. Olivia's does. See, this is why I wouldn't have played with her. Not saying that Antonisha needs to be afraid. I'm not saying it like that. It's just like, was it worth it, sis? Because how can you really work it out with your husband if it's even worth working it out, when now it's been intensified by thousands of people leaving their thoughts and opinions on a situation that we didn't need to know not a damn thing about?
Not being able to speak to your kids with it.
I'm gonna get my kids next weekend, so yeah, it was very worth it. And if he doesn't talk to my kids, I file a motion. He cannot keep me from my kids because I fucked him.
No, I'm just saying. me
Okay,
personally, just from
baby,
watching
at
you.
the end of the day, I had nothing to lose. I was still in this position 5 months ago. I was in the same fucking position 5 months ago. So what did I lose? I gained because now I'm like, haha, bitch. You see what your husband is doing? Yeah, I was
So
in the
this
same
was all to get back really at Nisha
100%, and him,
for
and to
having
show
sex
everybody
for doing this stuff with him before. You're saying
100%. Yeah, you fuck my husband, I fuck yours. That's all it does.
okay, so that makes more sense. We should just lead with that instead of just being like, oh, this was about my kids, because it's like, no, it was to get back with him. It was to, I mean, I get back
No,
with him, but
no. Like I said, the people on the Instagram will see. All I did was talk about my kids. Like, I want to see my kids. I want more time. Yeah. It was definitely, I had my kids in the back of my mind, but also to fuck with that bitch. Oh yeah, 100%. Yes, both can be true at the same time. Mm-hmm.
got it. Okay, well, I think as a woman, I think, in what you're putting out here, I don't know. I think you just kind of gave him too much power with sleeping with him, because now it's like, it's also haha on you too, because you were over here like he would never, and you would never fuck with him again. And I mean, he literally lived after all, he took your kids away. He should have never had access to your body again. Like that feels like that. You don't feel like that's not like you felt like he was worthy of your body after he took you to court, took your kids, said you was neglectful, said all of those disgusting things about you. And you lowered your standard to sleep with a man that took your kids and put it in a house with his side bitch. You don't think that's insane?
It is insane, but I had to do it. I had to do it for the cause. Yeah, I had to do it.
I don't know. I couldn't. I wish my baby daddy would. If you take my kids and all the stuff
No,
he was doing to you.
Trust me. What I'm gonna do on the back end is what I'm gonna do on the back end. But we ain't never gonna talk about that. But what I'm gonna say right now, this is what I had to do on the front end for social media, for my own sanity, to say, haha, bitch, your husband's fucking me. And to show the world that, bitch, you're not special. Yes, 100%. I had to. I had to take one for the team.
And see, y'all said that Gerard would never double back with Olivia because she had 2 more kids with 2 other men. Remember y'all said that? Y'all said Gerard would never. Yeah, never underestimate a human, baby. Anything's possible. Y'all said that. Y'all said Gerard would never. She done had 2 more kids by 2 different men. Child, Gerard don't care nothing about that. As long as the man that she had the kid, or the men that she had the kids with, wasn't laying in the bed next to them, yeah, he cared. That man went on and slept with that woman knowing she could have had 7. And if the ussy was open and available, that nigga gonna dive in.
Girl, I had to take one for the team. I did. And it was fun, and I got my pussy ate, and it was a good time. Yeah. But it is what it is. It's over, Ari. It's not ever gonna happen.
Wait, did she just say she got her ussy ate? Not you got your ussy ate. Yeah, did you? Girl, did you get your pockets fat while you got your ussy ate? Baby, anybody can eat your ussy, but everybody ain't gonna make them pockets fat. Is she sis, are you okay?
Again, well, maybe it will. I don't know.
Okay, Gigi, first of all, these people in the chat, like, first of all, I'm asking questions just like everybody else. Everybody relax.
Questions, okay.
Like, I'm being very respectful. I'm not being disrespectful. Like, everybody relax. I didn't say that. I'm asking her from a woman's point of view, because I'm saying we all watched her go through that, go through him taking her kids, all that type of stuff. And I'm just saying, as a woman, like, no, of course I wouldn't do it myself, because like I said, you take my kids, nigga, you're never going to see me again. You couldn't, it would be less than an app, nigga. You would be picking up on the side of the road from my mama. I'm not talking to you, but that's just me. But like I said, I'm just saying.
Sorry, baby, let me tell you something. You don't know what you would do if you were in my position. You don't know what you would do if you were in my position. You don't.
No. Let me stop you right there, Miss Ma'am. Okay, girl. Let me stop you right there. Oh, yes, we do know. I don't know too many women that would, after going through a divorce, child custody battle, both very public on the internet. This man has got on this internet with the new wife when she wasn't even the wife, and got on this internet and called you all kind of fat bees, called you trifling mothers, stupid. He loved calling you stupid, liars, everything. Not only that, sis, in my opinion, a lot of what I did, I feel like it was from the force of Antonisha. Because I really feel like if Antonisha wasn't behind a lot of that, Gerard probably wouldn't have did half of he did. Because like I told you guys the other day, he don't seem like that bright to me. Okay. So you're wrong, sis. A lot of us would not have done what you did. A lot of us wouldn't be able to do, because the hatred I would have in my heart for you, sir, for taking my kids away from me, would be all the reason I wouldn't spit on you if your ass was on fire. Okay? So no, ma'am, you're wrong. A lot of us would not have went and doubled back and tiptoed in the tulip with a man that took pride, enjoyed destroying you. Yes, sis. Yeah, no. Not too many of us would have did that, sis. That's where you're wrong.
You've never.
No, I've never been in your position, but my sister has. And so I'm just telling you from a personal point of view, like once that happened with her and they were married, they got divorced. And of course it gets messier when you have a divorce. I have a child, but me and him were not married, but my sister has. And so for her, it was like, that was the worst thing you could have ever did to me. Like, you're going to take me to court of our kids. And so it's like, for her, it's like he would never even have access to the same space as her, just off of, and that's why I said with your situation, I would just want, this is a different point of view, because it's like, I don't know.
No, I agree. No. I 100% agree with you, but you have to understand the reason I got into this was to fuck him up and frame him. I was doing it for a reason in the beginning, but then the shit kept going because I had to work shit out with him through, like, you don't understand, like, you guys won't understand until you see the fucking messages. But like I said, I had to do what I had to do to keep the shit going and to get to a point that I wanted to get. But I just couldn't keep going because I didn't want to keep going. I didn't want to keep fucking him. I didn't want to keep doing that. I didn't. So I was just like, fuck it. It is what it is. And then she came with the babysitter comment, and I'm like, bitch, I've been fucking your nigga. Fuck you. Like, you're not going to play with me on this fucking internet. You don't understand, Ari. Your sister and you are not social media influencers. These motherfuckers play with me on social media. This is a place where I have to show up every single day. So, bitch, you think that you're going to play with me, and you're not, because your niggas really over here every single day.
No, and that's why I say, to me, like, I think, well, let me just say this. I'm a girl's girl. So I hate to see you and another woman going through this, because at the end of the day, to me, the nigga is the problem. He's the problem. Because even if, listen to what I'm saying. Even if she is doing, let's just say she's doing all those things. I don't really know what she's doing. She's doing all those things, or doing whatever, going along, get along. She was a side hoe, all those type of things, whatever. She's the wife now. So whatever. I'm saying for him, even for him to allow that is a problem. For him to,
he's a dirty ass dog.
But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, knowing that he was having sex with you, he let her post she the babysitter and keep it up. He let her.
No, he didn't even know. He doesn't even know. He don't be paying attention to her. But you're right. I'm saying
but from get go, he ain't never stopped her from posting your kids. He never, you know what I'm saying?
Ari's right. He essentially did let Antonisha do that. Again, I understand that Olivia antagonized Antonisha. Antonisha antagonized her. I get it, y'all, but y'all gotta understand, me personally, I never felt like Olivia should have felt warm and fuzzy about Antonisha. I never felt that way, because I understood her feeling some type of way about this woman's presence, right? Because obviously she still loved the man. And then when the whole situation came in with the kids they're getting custody of it, and then Antonisha was, y'all remember when the video of Olivia pulling up in front of their house with the police, and she was in that box SUV she had at the time. Like, Antonisha, they were she was a part of getting that video to the internet, right? So I never understood that. Y'all, to me, they both played each other, and Gerard could have stopped all this. He could have put Antonisha in her place. He could have put Olivia in her place, right? Especially once Gerard got custody of the kids, all conversations and stuff should have been just exclusively through Gerard. You know, I understand Antonisha helping out because she lives in a home. She's helping, rear the children and stuff like that. But there were certain things that happened. I just feel like Antonisha should have just probably stayed out of that, especially looking at now, all that Antonisha did, coming to the internet, helping Gerard explain the situations about how Olivia is as a mother and a person. And she did all that coming to the internet, and then come to find out your man didn't care nothing about what you did for those kids, because if he cared anything about the role that Antonisha played in his life and those children's life, he wouldn't have defied her and doubled back and slept with Olivia. He wouldn't have done that if he cared anything about Antonisha at all. It's obvious that he didn't care. Now, of course, he can say, I'm sorry, right? He definitely can't say Olivia made me do it, because Olivia didn't make you drive across town, because Olivia lives in Arlington. He lives in Dallas. Y'all remember when Olivia took us on the trip when we were driving to Gerard's house? Child, that was far, okay? We was driving for about 30 minutes. And Olivia didn't make Gerard get in his vehicle, drive over to her house, park the car in the parking lot, get out the car, hit the alarm, boop, boop, walk up the sidewalk, up to her door. She didn't make Gerard knock on her door. Olivia didn't make Gerard do any of that. Gerard did that with his own free will. And trust me, when Gerard walked in that house, he knew what was up. When Gerard walked in that house, he knew what was up. That ninja was ready. Yes, you was in Dallas. That ninja was ready. So Olivia didn't make him do anything. Gerard did everything he did on his own free will. And regardless if him and Antonisha were separated or having problems, Olivia definitely wasn't the solution. Especially, and Gerard is fully aware of the disdain that Olivia and Antonisha had for each other. So again, you marrying this woman, vowing that you love her, protect her, same vows he gave Olivia, right? He gave to Antonisha too, and he defied those. Like, obviously, Gerard is not good at marriages, because him and Olivia marriage didn't last long. And obviously, I don't know if him and Antonisha's marriage is going to last, but it was very short-lived before he doubled back with the first wife. Like, baby, this is definitely Jerry Springer, Dr. Phil type-ish. Okay? This is definitely Jerry Springer-ish.
I'm just saying, for that type of stuff, like, this nigga lets her do whatever she want to do. Let her say stuff. He lets her do stuff. And so I just feel like I don't like seeing niggas get away. And now he got to have his cake and eat it too. Because now he over here, he done had you. He still got her, and he still got his kids. So what did he really lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're on here. Of course, maybe his marriage, maybe have a.
Hold on, Miss Ari. Hold on, Elizabeth. Let's conquer your question. You said, but how do you know this, TMR? You're speaking like you know what's that's what had happened. None of us know the truth. It could all be playing in our faces for all we know. Sis, you got a point. They could be. They definitely could be. But guess what, sis? I'm not invested like that. So they could be playing in our faces or not. It's still a conversation for me. And it should be that for you guys too, right? Because this woman over the years came on the internet and shared a lot of what's going on in her life, right? Now, it definitely there definitely is some truth in this, okay? It definitely is some truth in this. But you're right, sis. I mean, they could be playing in our face. And at that point, the internet should feel like what? What should we feel like? If we all find out that this is a whole farce and all this is make-believe and everybody's in on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, now what, sis? I'm not going to run and kick Olivia's door down because I feel like she lied to me. I'm not getting ready to go sneak Gerard in the parking lot of his job. Yeah, sis. I mean, if it is a farce, then okay, it's a farce. At the end of the day, baby, it's entertainment, and we are being thoroughly entertained.
But like you said, she's not going anywhere. So what did this
not,
nigga
and I
lose?
knew that from the jump. I knew she wasn't going.
But that's what I'm. So what I'm just saying. What did he lose? I'm not worried about her because that's like I said, another woman for me.
Me going through something like this, and your sister can probably attest. Everything doesn't happen right away. Sometimes you gotta let the chips fall where they fall. You have to wait. Shit just happens the way it happens. So right away, no. Of course, he's living it up. He thinks he just got away with murder and all types of shit. Girl, let him think that. But karma is a bitch, and we all know that.
Yeah.
So let him do his big one. Let her do her big one. Let them do whatever they need to do. Like I said, me, I got you, bitch. And that's all that was about. That was it. That was it. When it turned into that, when it turned into
this is what I'm saying. Look, I'm saying you got her. You need to start getting that nigga because he's the problem. He is the common.
I don't need to look. I don't need to get that nigga. He will be God. I don't need to get him. That's the thing. Sometimes we don't need to do nothing. We need to step back and just let God do his thing. Sometimes.
And that's all I'm saying. I wish you would have did. That's it. I'm saying I wish you would have let it be. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because when you play dirty too, you gotta know you got consequences for your actions too, Liv. It's not like, oh, I played her, she did it to me and I did it back. I'm her karma. No, you made you tried to tried to be her karma for her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you did that. But now you got to live with the consequence of your own actions. And I just don't feel like, to me, it's gonna be worth it. This now you're about to go through a whole bunch of stuff with your kids. Y'all just got back on good terms. Y'all whatever, you was just getting your kids more. I feel like you were getting happier because you were getting your kids more. And now it's about to be a game again where I gotta keep my kids away. And it's like.
But at least you guys can see, everybody can see what the fuck he's doing, though. Can you imagine me going through this and everybody thinks that he's doing this because he's a great dad and he's doing this for an actual reason? No, he's doing this to get me back. That's all he's doing it for. What's that? I manipulated karma? No, I didn't. Karma fell into my lap and what the fuck? Bitch, like I said, don't act like y'all wouldn't have done the same thing. It behooves me how you guys act like you're better, you're holier than thou.
No.
It's not that people act like they're holier than thou, sis. Some people just use a level of discernment. Some women stand on business, sis. Yeah, some women would say, yeah, I don't have to use my ussy to prove a point. Like, me and that ninja are no longer together. That's my past, and let me move on. The reason why Olivia was able to do this is because obviously she hasn't moved on. Because a woman who has moved, think about it, y'all. A woman that has truly moved on in her heart and in her mind would have never even entertained sleeping with Gerard again, regardless if you wanted to prove a point to the new wife, the internet, or the mailman. It's very evident that obviously Olivia had never moved on, because had she moved on, she wouldn't have had those feelings to be engaged with Gerard that way. That's obvious, So now what Olivia needs to do is, sis, move on, okay? Move on. There's no more points to be proven here, because let's be honest. Let's say, for instance, and I'm just saying this, I'm not saying this is going to happen. Let's just say her and Gerard get back together. Sis, how much of a man do you really think you got? You still got the same man that you had, and he's just a few years older. But it's still the same man. So if he done you like this, he did an Antonisha like that, you don't think he would do you like this again? Yes, it's because you allowed it to happen. And like Ari said, when Olivia allowed herself to get intimate with Gerard, everything that has transpired between the two of them, she essentially gave Gerard power over her. But Olivia doesn't see that because she's so possessed with the fact of letting Antonisha know I effed your husband because I can. She is oblivious to the fact that you allowed this man to have power over you.
It's not a holy than thou, Liv, it's a different perspective. I'm just giving you a different perspective. I'm not saying holier than thou. I'm a woman that's been cheated on, that has wanted revenge. I am not saying that I'm holier than thou. I'm not talking about the cheating part more so than like the stuff that Gerard has done to you. I'm just shocked that you would want to give your body to him, because it's like,
You're right.
I'm shocked that, like, and it's not like just the kids thing. Let's go all the way back. Like, this nigga been a dog. So him being a dog now, I don't know why people are surprised. I'm currently not surprised, but I'm just saying, as a woman, and me seeing you and wanting to see women win and wanting to see women grow and, you know, just do their own thing, especially when it comes to doing better for your kids. But just from all the years that this nigga I've watched you for some years, that nigga been a dog, you know, from just, I don't want to start naming stuff because that's too much, but I'm just saying, like, I'm more shocked that, like, dang, she really would let him do that after that, because that, to me, I was disgusted. I'm disgusted with the way that he moved, you know, and I get it. You did it for revenge. You did it to be like, haha, you did it to prove a point. I get that. I'm just saying, on the other side, like, dang, I'm not like, not on a holier than thou side, a different perspective.
FDA approved for over.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you 100%. You know what? Look, I'm, like I always tell you guys, I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. Everyone expects me to be the perfect person in this situation, and I'm not. Like, this shit, it presented itself and it just happened, and throughout
No, sis, no, this situation has nothing to do with the fact that you're not a perfect person. Yeah, obviously you're not perfect. None of us are expecting perfection because we can't give perfection, right? But what people were hoping, Olivia, is that you would heal and move past the situation and not put yourself back in a position where Gerard could hurt you. Oh, because trust me, sis, you were hurt. You were hurt. That's the reason why the whole babysitter comment triggered you. It was that, and then you seen that they were out of the country. And in your mind, you probably were thinking, I've been letting this ninja, lick and stick me the last few months, or however many times y'all done got together. And I can't even get, I don't know, a soda from Quick Trip, but she get a trip out the country. Yes, sis, your ego probably was bruised. Not just by the babysitter comment, but the simple fact of knowing that you thought that, you know, you won because you was able to sleep with this man knowing that he's still married to this woman. But then you realize, although you did sleep with this man, or you are sleeping with this man, he took this other woman, which is his wife, out the country. And sis, let's be honest, Gerard he's never taken you anywhere. That right there alone would have been like, wait a minute, Ninja. And this is not Antonisha and Gerard's first time going out the country. They've been out the country more than once.
Process it happened. But yeah, you're right. Everything you're saying is 100% right. And that's why it's a learning, everything is a learning experience. And I learned through this. And I'm like, no, like from now on, I'm telling you right now, Ari, he will forever fucking want me, try me. He's that type of dude. He will forever fucking cheat on that lady, try me, whatever the case may be. But I learned from this, and I'm just like, fuck that. I'm not gonna let him ever fucking touch me again. Because like I said, more than anything, he could have just been cool on a homie point of view. Like, he knew that bitch wasn't going nowhere either, because he knows how fucking simple she is. So it's like, on that base, he should have just been like, okay, cool, this is my baby mama, I'm not gonna fuck her no more, I'm gonna just handle her like this. But he can't even do that. He's a whole ass hoe all the way around.
But that's what I'm saying with him. Like, that's my whole point. Like, he don't know how to grab his nuts and handle the situation with y'all. Because really, from the get-go, even though all that stuff happened, if you was gonna marry her, nigga, you should have been and sat us all down. In my opinion, like, you should have sat us down like, hey, I'm gonna marry this woman. I know this has happened, but how can we move forward? And if you would have said, I don't want nothing to do with it or whatever, that's cool. But I'm just saying, on the real end of, like, to me, like I said, leaving the other woman out of it, just him by himself, I don't think, like you said, I don't think Gerard gonna be faithful to nobody. I don't think he gonna move right with nobody. But at the same time, it's also a thing of, like, he's also playing a sick game, and I feel like now that you have fallen into the game, it's about to get sicker, you know. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because it got sick before. He literally took you to court and went and got your kids, you know. And I just think that to me, that's the lowest of the low. So if he would do that, I thought you realized the type of nigga you was really messing with. This nigga is not all there. Like, he's not all there. So if you know that, I just wish you wouldn't have played that game, because I really feel like they are about to be dirty and they are about to try to, do what they're gonna do. I'm just saying from a woman's perspective and knowing how men move, certain men, not all men, because there are very good men. And I'm just telling you from another perspective, my sister has gotten her kid. I'm telling you from a better end. My sister has gotten her kids. She is married to an amazing man who loves her down. So it is possible, but you can't play that game if you want to get to that, because playing that game, like, it really is
I agree. 2820. Olivia is liking the fact that Gerard, because Olivia never liked the fact that the internet embraced Gerard and didn't embrace her, because she always felt like we were supposed to have her back because she was the one with the social media platform and Gerard was just a guest on the show, right? So she never liked the fact that people, she mentioned it the other day when she said it's 13,000 of you guys over there following him on Instagram, and those are the 13,000 that can't stand me. She doesn't like that. So now in her mind, Olivia gloats on the fact that she feels like now those 13,000 people over there following Gerard, instead of being in the comments saying, Olivia's a bad mother, she's a horrible person. Now the comments are like, Gerard, you're trash, you're a dog. Olivia is gloating over that because she always wanted the internet to hate him more than her.
Lose. And I'm just saying that out of a sincere heart. Like, it's a lose-lose. At the end of the day, what truly matters, which I pray that that's what matters to you, and I don't know if that's what matters to him, is your children. Yeah. And being in the midst of this, they're the ones who really lose, and I just...
Exactly. And you know what? But I see that, though. He will never see that. His relationship is more important than the kids. That's just that on that. He is like a baby mama who puts a nigga before her kids. That's how he is. His relationship will always come number one. Not co-parenting, not the kids. He don't give a fuck about none of that. His relationship is number one, and everything else falls separate. So I get what you're saying. 100%. Yeah. I learned from this. He is disgusting. He is horrible. He is vile.
I'm just saying he's the common denominator of all this stuff. 100%. Like, it's like, nigga, what in the world? When does it stop?
No. It will never stop. That's the thing, Ari. It will never stop. And I've seen it for myself. So I'm just like, I'm good. Like, that's why I didn't want to fuck on him no more. Like, I was good off of it. Like, when he came over here Monday, I told him, once he took that bitch on vacation, I was like, bro, I'm good. Go do your thing. You're married. Go do that. And like I told you, Ari, I didn't know he was married until literally until you guys dropped the paperwork. I asked him. He said no. So what the fuck? And it doesn't even matter, but I'm just saying. He said no. So I'm like, oh, okay, they're not married. And I didn't think he would actually fuck around with me if he was actually married. But obviously he doesn't give a fuck. So when he did that, I was like, okay, cool.
I'm curious, why would she think he wouldn't F around with her while he was married when he effed around with Antonisha while he was still married to her?
I was good. I didn't bother nobody. She dropped the babysitter comment. I came live. I talked my shit. I was cool. I wasn't going to say nothing else. Then he came over here Monday night, which was how many days ago? He came over here Monday night trying to fuck with me. I told him, no, don't come over here. He came over here anyway. I didn't want to fuck him. We fucked anyway. So it's like, I am good off this. And I've been
switched.
I know. Because he's a fake ass dude. He's fake. But
my main thing is I think he more so her is him, because nigga, you're a man. Even if that is your wife, you should be able to keep everybody at peace and at bay. There's no reason why you don't know how to handle your shit as a man. He don't know how to do that. And so that's what I'm saying at the end of the day, regardless of you, regardless of his wife, he's the problem. He is the problem. And I think if everybody keep that in mind, that would help people move forward, because you and her, because while y'all may have this little babysitter beef and all this other beef, nigga, at the end of the day, even if she left him today, this nigga still stands. That's still your baby daddy. And that if that nigga don't change and do better, he gonna do that. He'll get another girlfriend and do it, and another girlfriend and do it, and another wife and do it. Like, he is the problem. So
that's the thing. I don't even have a problem with this bitch. If she's not respectful. And the whole thing that gets to me, I don't care if she's the wife, his girl. I don't care about that. Bitch, don't act like you're the mother and I'm a babysitter. Don't disrespect me like that. That is my beef with her. Other than that, I don't have no beef. Girl, you are the wife. I don't have no problem with that. But where you cross me up is trying to act like you're something you're not. I don't give a fuck how many hours you spend with those kids. Don't ever violate me and call yourself a mother when you're not a fucking mother. That's my beef. And that's it. And she keeps playing with me like that. So, bitch, I had to play with her the way I had to play with her. But
no, I understand. I'm not saying I don't get that. I'm saying I'm not.
I agree with you, Ari. I'm disgusted. I will never let him touch me again because he is the fucking problem. He's disgusting. I will never.
So, how did sleeping with Gerard prove that Antonisha's not a mother? I mean, her not having a child of her own. I mean, you could be a mother without birthing a child, Olivia. So, how did you sleeping with Gerard, how did that prove that Antonisha wasn't a mother? Since you slept with Gerard because A, you wanted to, B, like you said, you wanted to prove a point to her and the internet. Like, there was the only reasons. You slept with Gerard because you wanted to, sis. You've been fiending that pain, sis. We all know that. And Gerard was willing. Baby, it's too much going on over here. You know, I don't know what I can't, you know, oh God, I don't know what to say. Antonisha, sis.
Never do it again. And I already know what's coming from me. I already know they're going to do their worst. They're going to do their big one. It's okay. Do it. Like I said, karma's a bitch, though. And when you do things with bad intentions, that shit comes back to you. And that's all I wanted. That's all I want people to know. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I think for me, for you, and then I'm going to get off. I just hope that, seriously, that you really do see your own worth. And not that I'm saying you don't see your worth, but I think that if you saw yourself with a more clear view, even though she's doing what she's doing, whatever, you got to learn how to pay people dust. If you know that's not, you got to know how to live in your truth. And this is what I'm saying. You know the truth, right? You know you're the mom. You know that you're their mom. And fighting fire with fire ain't gonna do nothing but cause a bigger fire. Now look, you on the internet, you Liv, I just watched you, and this is how I know, like, oh, she's tripping. Don't be putting no videos on here of you having sex, my girl. Don't do that, Liv. Please don't do that. Like, respect yourself. For real. I know you got a point to prove. Now put text messages, that's different. But you, for real, girl to girl, woman to woman, woman to woman. Like,
I have a question, y'all. Did Stella know that she was back creeping with Gerard? Or did Stella find out when the internet found out? Huh. I wonder, did Stella already know? You know, since, you know, that's your best friend. Did Stella know that she was creeping with Gerard? Because all that they have been through with Olivia and this whole Gerard situation, you said no? Stella was in the chat? You think that's why Stella left? Huh. Stella called Liv? I don't think Stella knew either. Because she knew. Wow. Not you told the internet before you told your mama. The one that's over there helping you raise your kids, watching your kids while you had to fly back and forth to Texas for custody, child custody and court and all this stuff. She said that she put her life on hold to help you with your responsibility. Not saying that you got to tell your mama, but my God, your mama was living with you. Baby, these people are weird.
don't do that, because it's still you in them videos. It's still you doing that. Don't lower yourself. If you gonna do that, make somebody pay for it. Like you said, go to OnlyFans or something. But don't put yourself on the YouTube for free with sucking. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Like I'm saying, see yourself better than that. See yourself better than fucking with a nigga who did dog walked you. See yourself better than ever trying to play toe to toe with another woman over a nigga that ain't gonna do right by you anyway, or her. That nigga ain't gonna do right by you or that girl.
But you know what? I know Ari, this lady she has all the good intentions, baby. But you talking, it's like talking to that door sitting behind Olivia. It ain't gonna respond. Like Olivia responding, but she's not accepting, right? So it's like all of this is falling on deaf ear. Olivia knew full well what she did when she did what she did. Not saying that Gerard is like, we're not taking Gerard out of the equation, but as women, y'all, you know, Olivia is quick to talk about how we supposed to uplift women empowerment and all this, that, and the other. But when somebody sit up here and try to tell us something, she don't want to listen.
Girl or that woman. So why are y'all going toe to toe when that nigga would dog walk all y'all and go live his life?
He sure would.
He would. He's doing it right now. He's doing it right now. He dog walking her. Now he about to dog walk you, and guess what he about to go do? Drink and be with and do whatever he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you another perspective, because I get when you in that revenge mode, it's different. But I'm telling you, from just me looking at you and being a woman for real, I'm telling you, he is gonna play the game as long as somebody allows him to. And if he can make y'all fight and not look at him, oh baby, he done won. Because I got you mad at her. Who mad at me? Nobody. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga really,
just like the internet, just like when Gerard and Tanisha got engaged and it was posted. That wasn't Gerard saying, "Yeah, let's show the internet that we're engaged." Baby, that was Tanisha.
Thinking he king dick around his hoe, but he's not even handling his business for real. And that's disgusting to even think that he would even have any type of confidence like that. Because nigga, you're not like that. If you was really like that, you would have peace with your wife and your baby mama. Everybody would be at peace if you was really that nigga. So I'm just saying, for you as a woman, like, I understand, you know, both of y'all have y'all little pay moments, whatever. Y'all both love the man. So that's how it go. But I'm just saying, for you, like, as their mom, let them see a woman, as your daughters are watching you, let them see a woman that is like, I'm gonna have a standard regardless of what another nigga do or what another woman do. You ain't finna come play in my face. You're not finna come play in my face and then think you're finna
dog. They play in my face every single fucking time.
I know. I'm not saying, Liv, I'm not saying that feeling like you want revenge isn't right. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to be stronger than the revenge, because where is it going to get you? That nigga is about, then dog walked her. Now he didn't dog walk you. And look at what he's doing. He done went home to be with your kids, to be with y'all's kids. And how is that fair to you? Now he got to hold off and you can't talk to him and all this type of, of course you're going to get him for the weekend and for the summer, but I'm just saying.
But do you see what the fuck I go through just to be in their life, bro?
Yes. And that's why I wish you would have never slept with him. Cause now it's like,
what else was I gonna do? What else was I gonna do? I was, like I just said, I was still in this position 5 months ago.
Right.
What else can I do? Like, what the fuck else can I do? Other than walk away, what else can I do at this point?
So what you saying? Gerard stuck you up for the ussy? Would he put a pow to your head and said, drop them draws? What is he? So sis, what you crying for? No, I'm trying to figure out what she crying for, y'all. Are you realizing now that was a big mistake? Because you embedded yourself even deeper emotionally with this guy again? Sis, you didn't have to sleep with Gerard. You had the choice. We all got you had the choice, sis. You didn't have to sleep with Gerard. You didn't have to do that, sis. You wanted to sleep with that man. You've been dying to get a taste of that man again. And apparently he's been dying to get a taste of you too. Clock that, G. I want to know why she's crying, y'all. Why is she crying? Do anybody know? Yeah, stuck up for her coochie. Does anybody know? Why is she crying? Is she realizing that he played her once again? It's the soul ties. You think that's what it is, girl? Too Real said, beats me. Who knows? You said her ego? Because she wanted, she wanted to be vindicated by the internet. She wanted to be the internet. Girl, get your lick back. Yeah, Liv, that's how you do it, girl. But even the people that support her was like, wait, Liv, you did what? And you know why? You know why the people that support her are acting shocked and not being like, yeah, girl, get your vengeance. Because they know she played herself. Because her supporters are thinking just like us. Like, girl, how could you sleep with a man that did you like that? Girl, he snatched your kids from your big old bosom. Like, what?
Right. So you felt like the only way that he was going to let you see them more is when you slept with him?
Mm-hmm. I know for sure. He treats me like shit unless I sleep with him. Unless I sleep with him.
But doesn't the court say he has to give them to you anyway on your appointed date?
Yes, but I was trying to talk him into giving them to me 50-50. I was trying to talk him into giving me 50-50% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way he would even entertain that conversation is if I fucked him first. Literally.
But that's what I'm saying, Liv. And
Okay, so you've been effing him for a few months now. So when does the conversation come into play where you get them 50-50? Because since when y'all going back to court, in between the rolling around in the bed sessions, did we have a conversation about when court gonna happen again? Because you ain't said nothing about no court. When we going back to court, sis? Because we done went to the bedroom. Now, when we going to court, you said the only way that you could get him to agree to 50-50 custody. So when did Gerard become a judge? You didn't get a chance to sleep with the judge, so the judge could change his mind. So now Gerard is the judge and the jury now. Well, girl, you sleeping with the wrong one. You should have been sleeping with Gerard's attorney. You should have been throwing that monkey on the attorney. On Gerard's attorney? Because that's the one that was working for Gerard, sis. Oh, yeah, sis, you threw the monkey on the wrong one, girl. Oh, yeah,
that's how you know that man is not right. And that's what I'm saying. You lowered yourself because...
Okay, so all I can do, Ari, at this point is walk away. Because if I don't deal with him, what else can I do? Like, what else can I do to get my kids? Other than go to the court.
And beyond the court orders? Get your kids beyond the court orders? Like, get them more? Yeah. No, I understand. I think... I'm not saying that I don't understand, because I get it. I understand that. I feel that. I just wanted to give you another perspective on, like, bro, I see a nigga getting over, if I'm honest. And I hate that. I hate that he, and I'm not saying he won.
Now, so wait a minute. So hold on, y'all, because am I slow? Back it up. So if you slept with Gerard, so you can get 50-50 custody, what about the back child support? So does sleeping with Gerard erase the back child support, the $50,000 that do that erase that too? Because since it sounds like you're sleeping with the wrong people, you probably should have been sleeping with the PO or the attorney or the judge. Gerard is, yeah, baby, she act like Gerard is Nino Brown some damn body. Would you say, Aaliyah, TMI, please, in my Gerard? Right, Aaliyah, please. Right, to real. Did sleeping with Gerard, do you still owe the child support? Janae, you laughing and I'm serious. Do she still owe the child support, y'all? So what does Gerard go to? Wait, hold on. Go back. Wait, hold on. I just thought about that. So wait, hold on. So sleeping with Gerard. So when y'all go back to court, you ain't paying no money. What do you tell the judge? I'm over here giving my baby daddy my tail. What you, Your Honor, can I speak? Me and Gerard screws on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, and he eat my cat. Does that constitute me getting my child support reduced? Wait, hold on. I'm confused. You say you object? You object to what? What do you object to? Wait, hold on. Y'all laughing and I'm sick. See, why y'all don't never let me get, I can't never get sick to 2820. Stop laughing. I'm so serious. So when she go back to court, then that would do, who, do you tell your attorney, hey, tell the judge that I've been slobbing on this knob, and if they can go on and take some of that child support off. Girl, if it didn't work for Joe Biden and the forgiveness of the student loan, baby, it's not gonna work for you, Liv. Oh God, somebody tell her, y'all. Oh Lord, poor thing over there. Oh Lord, somebody tell her, baby, if it didn't work for Joe Biden administration to forgive the student loans, baby, it ain't gonna work for you either. Okay, girl. Okay.
But I'm saying it just feels like he's getting over. Like he got what he wanted. Like even though you're blasting him, guess what? His life ain't going nowhere. So what did he really lose for real? It's like I got me some good sex for a couple months. You know, I got to have my cake and eat it too. Okay, it didn't got blown up. My wife's mad. My baby mama over here. I'm gotta act like I'm mad at her. And here we are right back to what was this? 2021? You didn't push yourself back 4 years when it's like, nigga, you gotta keep it strictly business with these niggas, Liv. You gotta keep it strictly business with these niggas. And
all right.
So wait a minute. You saying she didn't use what she got to get what she want? How come she didn't? Black and bougie? Because you know, y'all remember Players Club. You got to use what you got to get what you want.
I've gone through so much, girl. Like I cannot go through this shit. I can't.
Right, Pearl.
Yeah.
What happened? Did she wait? What happened? Did she what? Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on.
And to me, I'm their mom. Like off jump. Why do I have to keep fighting to be a? Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Wait, you said why do you got to keep fighting to be a mother? So wait, hold on. When you and Gerard was in there doing the Humpty dance, y'all was fighting? Oh, y'all was fighting and effing? Oh, y'all was doing the 2 F's, huh? Because sis, if you wanted to fight to be their mama, how did you end up slipping and falling in the bed with Gerard, girl? How did that? Oh, Libby. Oh, Libby. Sis. You tried to play the game and got played. All that, and then the man had the nerve to get on the phone and cuss your ass out. Lord have mercy. See, this is why you wasn't supposed to sleep with him. Because now he done got on the phone and cussed your ass out and blocked your damn ass. You said they was fighting dirty? I wonder if they used some of P. Diddy's baby oil around there.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right, though. I'm happy you said what you said because you fucking right. It's disgusting. It's all disgusting.
Yeah. I'm just saying that nigga ain't it. He ain't it.
And my own daughter, Robin, told me to stop. AB told me to stop fucking with him. So it's just disgusting. This whole thing is just disgusting, bro. I cannot. That's why I just need to get the fuck away from it. It's so toxic, bro.
So wait, hold on. So Robin told you to stop sleeping with her daddy? How she know she? Wait. Hold on, girl. How did Robin know you was over there doing the Humpty dance with her daddy? Did you tell her? How she know? She heard it? Girl, what is going on over there? Them poor children. What is going on over there, Libby? Now you up here crying. What you crying for, girl? Didn't you say you did what you wanted to do because you were trying to prove the point? So your point was proven, right? So why are you crying, ma'am? I don't understand. What is going on?
It's so toxic.
Oh, so your kids know that y'all messing around? We're messing around?
Yeah, they've seen us. They've
Oh,
seen us
God.
together. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck though. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I was like, no, don't let the kids see us. But he doesn't care. He comes up and through here when the kids are here. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
Yeah, that's not healthy. Because it's also like, what example are you giving to your son? Like,
No example. None.
yeah. I think just from here on out, I just think that you should, just not move on. Not that I don't think you moved on, but when I say from this situation, I
Not
know
so much
that
it
it's
wasn't
really
the
hurt you
childhood
deeply
trauma.
because if it hadn't, I know you wouldn't have done this. But because of the hurt, I think it's caused you to do things that if you weren't, you wouldn't have normally done. And I'm saying not hurt by him. I'm saying with the stuff with
You
your
know what?
kids.
You know what? Let me say this. And Ari, she did a really good job by, breaking through, talking to Olivia. I mean, Olivia has cried before. She cried a couple weeks ago when the people didn't accept the fact that she's a Black woman. Olivia can cry pretty easily. I get what Ari was trying to do. She was trying to, speak to her woman to woman. But, unfortunately, you have to actually speak to a woman for that conversation to be relayed. And Olivia acts more childish to me than anything. Now, again, I understand loving a man, right? I get it. And I'm not saying that because I, too, have loved a man so hard. Baby, I thought I was going to lose my damn mind, right? But once I snapped up out of that, I was able to gain my composure and think a little bit. And it takes time, y'all. I know we've said, my God, it's been 5 years, 6 years, 4 years, however long it's been. And she still ain't gotten over it. I mean, y'all, to be quite honest with you, it's hard, right? There's really no timetable. There's no clock on how long it takes to get over somebody. And this lady has been with this man for let me say this. She had been with him for a long time. She's been with him since her early 20s. She had 3 kids with him. And, I get it. But me personally, and I'm just saying this just out of my own opinion, okay? I definitely wouldn't have doubled back with him. Nah, I wouldn't have did that. Because look how she is on this internet now. You said, what? Hold on. Who? Live in the chat. Okay, girl. Well, at least you know you're not blind. So anyway, it just shows that me personally, I feel like because she's already been through things with him, and like Olivia tells us all the time, she knows Gerard like the back of her hand. And so that's why she probably shouldn't have dealt, because in my opinion, she probably should have known the outcome, because the outcome has been shown to her before of fraternizing with that man. Let's continue, guys. Liv, make sure you hit the button, girl.
And so I think that it's making you do things that you wouldn't rationally do because you want to see your kids and you want to be involved. But I'm just praying that you see that this isn't the way. This isn't the way. He is going to, he will, like you said, he'll do it again. But guess what? If he get caught again, he gonna play the same sick game again. And I just want you to view yourself more than that. Like, nigga, you're not even worthy to put your hands on my body. Not even a hug, nigga. You can't even get a high five from me, nigga. You're that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Like, no, he shouldn't. Nothing, nigga. If you're not talking to me about Robin, Christian, and Ryan, nigga, you can't talk to me about nothing. There's no respect. He respects nobody. Nobody. He respects nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like,
and that's why I said, I'm gonna say this one more time. That's why I said to y'all, when y'all were like, oh, Gerard would never. And I said to y'all, how can y'all say that? Y'all don't know nothing about that man and what he gonna do just because he has got on this internet and publicly humiliated her. As we see now, it didn't stop him from double backing, and it didn't stop her either.
And I believe if you did it like that, like you tried it this way, it didn't work. You gotta try it in a better way, Liv. This ain't it, because now you're not. And then I didn't know your kids had got involved, but now your kids got involved. That's extra messy, because now they over there with her, they over here with y'all, they confused who's sitting down talking to them, you know, and saying like, listen, this was not okay, like we shouldn't be doing this, he should not be, really your dad, it shouldn't be happening, you know. And now you got to have serious conversations, because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what they're going to do next with the child support, with whatever, you know.
They're gonna lose me. They're gonna lose me for God knows how long, to go to jail for nothing. They're gonna miss it for life. That's what happened.
Well, I pray that doesn't happen.
And that's another thing.
I pray that doesn't happen. And I pray that
kids knowing that their dad and their mom were sleeping around, knowing that he's married to Antonisha, like Olivia should have stand on business. Like if you just felt like you needed to sleep with that man, she should have made sure. But see, Olivia couldn't go anywhere because who gonna watch the kids? Not only AJ and Kaylani, but them 3 oldest ones were there too. Yeah, to me personally, but I think a lot of that probably happened because Olivia wanted them kids to know, like, which obviously they know I'm your mommy, right? And obviously Olivia didn't want those kids, you know, feeling more for Antonisha than they do for her. Me personally, I don't think that would have ever happened, because I said that at the top of this live. Those kids love their mama. No matter what, they love their mama. And I always felt like those kids were pulled between Gerard and Olivia. They were always, it was like a tug of war game with those kids, back and forth with them. I mean, we talking about Olivia need therapy. Them kids need some therapy too, because they have seen and went through a lot with the separation of their mom and their dad. But what Olivia got to understand is her love for the internet is the reason why all this is crumbling down. This is why all of this is going on. For her love for the internet. You know, like, it's okay. Like, she really needs to learn how to separate doing the internet and living. Like, those are 2 different things. I do the internet, but I don't live for the internet. Unfortunately for Liv, she lives the internet. And baby, that's not healthy. Mentally, emotionally, it's just not healthy. Like, you have to learn how to separate the 2. You, like I've always said, you have to have a life outside of the internet. It gives you a better balance. You said I had a friend who went through a nasty custody fight as a child, and she still can't hold some, and she still holds some anger of how her dad handled it. Yeah, that could be true. But Nisha didn't call her the sitter. Technically, it was the internet who clowned her as the sitter, and she was reactive. Well, you know, Latrice, a little of that could be true. Antonisha put on her story, babysitter check, vacation husband check. So she didn't say, Liv, you the babysitter. But again, we know what Antonisha and Olivia have been doing with each other back and forth for years now. So if you've been following it and you kind of know what's going on, you would just pick up on you would just pick up on it. Like, she didn't have to literally say the internet. Sis, it's called the shade, right? So that was shade, in my opinion, Latrice. Like, girl, you know how this works.
It gets better. I truly do. And I pray that, you know, your heart really mends. Not, I know it's not from necessarily the sex and stuff, but I'm saying from losing your kids. I mean, not altogether, but you know what I'm saying? Them being primarily over there and having to maneuver through that with him, I know has not been easy. And so I'm praying that it gets better. And I just wanted to ask you that and give you fresh perspective and really show you, like, girl, he ain't worth it at all. He ain't even worth arguing. Oh God, even arguing with another woman about him. Ew. Cause it makes me disgusting. Cause it's like, I'm mad at her and what he over here doing, sitting back thinking he what? Nobody. He's nobody. Please.
And I definitely agree. He definitely isn't worth it. Because he had no regards for Olivia or Antonisha at that very moment. Um, he had no regards for either one of them. When he manipulated the situation to to be over there with Olivia, what him and her manipulated together, right? Because it takes two to tango, okay? And then him over there sleeping with with Olivia, knowing if Antonisha found out how that would devastate her, again, especially not even being married to Antonisha for a year. I don't even think they've been married a full year. Okay. I personally feel like that was a lot. And it was very disrespectful on Gerard's part. To the both of them, really. Because after what he had said and done to Olivia, he should have, I don't know if I'm using the right word. I think like he should have had enough respect to not even engage with that girl like that. Because again, Gerard knows how emotionally involved, Olivia is with him, right? And obviously he used that as a weapon against her. And Olivia says that she did it because she wanted to try to get 50-50 custody. And you've been sleeping with this man for a few months, and yet you still don't have 50-50 custody. Yeah, that's true, LaToya. He does. Flourishing says, Gerard been lying and trust. She knew. Kids talking. She definitely caught a few conversations from the kids and questioned Gerard just like a dog man. He lied. All right. All right, y'all. That's my time, honey. That's a lot going on right there. I don't never really take pleasure in seeing anybody cry, especially when it comes to a man, because I've had my days of where I've had to cry over a man. But Olivia's tears did not have to appear. This conversation shouldn't even, nobody should even have this conversation with her, because again, they've been separated for several years now. And the fact that she allowed herself to get entangled with this man, regardless of whatever point she's trying to prove, the point that she didn't realize was going to happen is that once again, this man got you crying over him. When she had already cried over this man, those tears should have already been exhausted. She should have never had to go back to this. And as far as Antonisha and what she's going to do with this situation, me personally, we would be done. And see, that's why a lot of women, let me say this. That's why you want to be a good person, right? You want to, especially when you meet a man, or that's like, how men say they don't want to deal with a woman if they got kids under a certain age. And, because once you get emotionally involved in the children, and especially if the parent is still involved with the kids, y'all are not together or you're divorced or whatever the situation is, but y'all still, quote unquote, the father's coming around or the mother's coming around. You as the outsider, right, coming into this ready-made family, it's a hard pill to swallow. It's a lot to take into. And to me personally, Antonisha should have just played her part as being supportive to Gerard and helping the children. And as far as the back and forth with Olivia, I'm not even gonna say let Gerard handle it, because now we see how Gerard handles Olivia. So me personally, if I had to be in Antonisha's shoes, I would just definitely have some long thoughts about my relationship with this man, and if I wanted to continue. And the way he would have destroyed and broke my heart, I don't think I would be able to come back. I definitely would take some time to myself and heal and try to find a better person for me. TMR, out of all of the sickest part was Gerard and Liv letting their kids see them kissing, etc. Those poor kids are confused now. It's sad. Nisha is the only stable force. Yeah, and you know what? What it can also do to those kids, Robin, Christian, Ryan, it can definitely probably make them feel some way about relationships, make them feel some way about marriage, because they've seen how their dad and their mom's marriage didn't work. And now their dad and their stepmom, Antonisha marriage, obviously right now is not working. So it probably is going to lead them not to have very much faith in what, you know, in a marriage, you know. Their mommy and daddy kissing. I mean, obviously they've seen their mommy daddy kiss before, but they haven't seen their mommy daddy kiss in a very long time. And those kids are old enough to understand what's going on, you know. And then it also could make them feel like not, you know, respecting Antonisha, because, you know, their allegiance is going to be towards their mom and their dad. And Antonisha, I feel like Antonisha deserves some respect too. She's been there helping with those kids, you know, so she deserves some respect, because a lot of what she did, she didn't have to do half of it, but she did it off the strength of Gerard and the love for him, and obviously the love she grew for those children, you know. So all this that Antonisha has put into investing in those children, you know, it's kind of null and void at this point, because Gerard single-handedly destroyed all that, you know, by defying and, you know, coming over here tiptoeing in the tulips with Olivia. All right, y'all, that's my time. Okay, I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Make sure y'all leave your thoughts and opinions down below if you made it this far. Oh boy, these people wear me out, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good week. We'll talk probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, y'all, we'll talk Tuesday. Okay. We need to talk about not Olivia. We didn't talk about her enough. Damn. We need to talk about Jasmine. Y'all don't know if y'all know Jasmine's house got flooded, and I think it's kind of comical. But I want to talk about that, so we might come back and talk about that maybe tomorrow. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Again, have a good week. Remember, so what you love. Bye.